Got us a Cobra over for the team too. Ready to go. Didn't get to play last time. We got Saya. I like this whole golden look he's got going on. I actually like this whole like helm, shoulder, golden pally look he's got going on in general. It looks like his first stuff. You look at that Griffin roll when you zooming around like that, zipping around like that. Leo, I love that mount. I'm so close to getting it myself. We got Rick, we got ourselves Young Maga here as well. Versus Team Cracker, we got Arrow, we got ourselves Nusso Rogue, we got ourselves Kragar, Toxie, and looks like Federal gonna be first up versus Siam. Is that a Xanda versus Xanda? Xanda on Xanda, Pally, Violence? What is this? I like how one looks more like a proper Zandalari paladin, right? He looks more like almost like tribal kind of paladin with like golden Loa inspirings, while Federal looks more like a proper paladin of like the light, very similar to like a Tyrion Forging or something like that. You know what I mean? I like that like difference between the two. I also kind of like Zandalari's take on their paladins. I think that's actually really cool. Just very different. It's kind of like Tauren paladin versus human paladin. Very different vibes. Big immunity out of Federal really early. Sai just having to back up out of there. That is Federal playing into a Herald of the Sun, where I think Saya, are you a Herald? Maybe. Or are you Big Hammer? No, I think he's also Herald of the Sun. There's going to be dot damage versus the two. Federal might be under a lot of trouble. Bubble out right after. Saya did use a layer in hands, but he's still got a bubble in the back pocket in case he ever needs to, but he's going to take constant pressure from the Herald of the Sun Dawn Light ability, which is not going to feel good whatsoever, especially if we can stack it up and ramp it up with a bunch of other dots too. It is a lot of pressure. Saya with a bubble, Federal with a Searing Glare. Saya can only really go for a counter offensive. He does go for the bubble in general instead. He's going to go for a stun. Federal might be under a lot of trouble. Unless he can lay on hands this damage right now, he does lay on hands. Saya does not have access to forbearance. Hold on, Saya could go down here. If Federal has himself a proper go, Saya could be under a ton of pressure. Hand of Freedom, got himself Shield of Vengeance, rushing out of there as soon as possible. Does not have access to a wall by the looks of it. Looks like maybe delaying it. Trying to see if he can win it so he can get himself that immunity to magic damage. Federal does run into magic damage immunity. Federal does not have any immunities himself. He's just gotta live. Saya not playing it defensive at all. So he's held super low. Stun, is it enough though? Wake of Ashes, is that gonna be it? Searing Glare, gonna give him a little bit extra time. Federal might be under a lot of trouble unless he can live this right now. No, Saya does take it. There was a big trade on cooldowns between the two, and Saya does end up winning out that chess match, with Nasa Rogue going to be up next, dual wielding cross death and try to get an angle onto Saya, who's got himself freedom, keeping him running, keeping him moving. AMS up for Nasa, so there's no stun. I don't even think he had a stun available at that point, but I could be wrong on that, honestly. I do wish the UI showed me like CC, like Hammer of Justice, like it shows Rogue's blind or whatever. I'd like to see Hammer of Justice on there as well, just so like it's easier to track, so you can see like, oh, is he gonna stun him? Is he not gonna stun it? You know what I mean? I guess it is technically a short-ish CC with some cooldown reduction elements within the talents, so it's like it's almost always up. Big damage out for Nasa. He's got himself the army of the undeads. Hold on a second, Saya with the silence. Oh, just getting cloven. Just cleaved all across. Oh my god. With Cobra getting charged in by the riders, but looks like most of them despawned by then. Most of those riders were there for Saya, with Nasa Rogue getting enough pressure in order to be able to take him down. And now, unless you got yourself some kind of stun for the Chaos Bolts, big and fertile, dropping a dome, does have a grip, no kick for a bit. I don't know if he's got himself another grip, does have himself a Lichborn to break out of that CC by the looks of it. Or is that Lichborn? No, not Lichborn. AMS barely keeping himself alive here. Chaos Bolts back-to-back for Cobra, but this is going to be a stun on a Nasa Rogue. Hold on a second. The DK's actually still surviving. He doesn't have cool. Actually, he does have cooldowns. He does have some damage. He has a silence too. Silence on the Cobra. Hold on. He does get hit by Succubus CC, but he's got a bigger blitz though. Bigger blitz back to back. Doesn't have a kick available here. Cobra picking up a little bit of health with the Warlock Hellstone. The Death, they still got a lot of burst available. That's going to be fear. Cobra knows he can't really go get interrupted. There's no kick available for Nasa though. Got himself AMS last second. Cobra with a board. I don't know if Nasa maybe makes it come back here. He's got no health whatsoever. I don't know if he's going to defense this at all. Both are so low. First aid for Nasa. Oh, barely got a tick or two. Cobra does have himself the Succubus CC. Chaos Bolt might just be into Nasa. Oh, I was thinking like maybe that one bolt was not going to be enough. But no, it was more than enough. Oh. That was nuts. I was kind of hoping that maybe he lives. No, that bolt devoured him completely. Cobre also doesn't have much of a chance with that leg sweep. There's just not much you can do there. That is rough. Man. Man, I have the medical industry. Yeah, seriously, dude. Yo, if you had a better medical coverage, not so Rogan, Sire probably would be alive right now. What's the healthcare like in Azeroth, man? My goodness. What kind of insurance plan do you need for a priest PI? You know what I mean? Aaron just taking circles right now, taking a bit of a victory lap after taking out Cobre, or just waiting for Young. That's most likely what's happening. And Young Mago, man, as an arcane, I feel like we see a lot less arcane mages in these duels. Outside of like Seavark, or some of you guys trying it out here and there, I see a lot of frost mages, I think, more than anything. Mad damage by Aaron, forcing the mage into a block instantly. Even though the mage was the one trying to see if he can get himself a setup with Touch of the Magi. Ring of Frost almost lands it, but not quite. Does get charged on, but it's still going to be a poly either way, though. Oh my, Young Mago not in a great spot. Monk tried to see if he could boop him back towards him. He's trying to see if he can root him out. Is he going to be able to? Poly does himself the altar. Aaron, if you got some mobility, you could potentially catch up to him, shifting power. Some of them breaks the poly very, very quickly. That was incredibly high DR, which most likely that's what it was. Big burst out of Mago, finally got himself a proper setup. Lex sweep, does have a blink for it, trying to see if he can catch up to him. Roll, does himself big defenses with a Karma still at the ready. Young Mago does get rooted for a second. Touch of the Magi is available, but I don't know what he can do in that situation. Getting locked out on Arcane, it's over. It is over. You can literally zap him. Lightning? Jade Lightning? No, it doesn't go for the Jade Lightning. Instead, Aaron backs up out of there. Not the worst move. Young Mago can recover a lot of health right now, though, with first aid. For Aaron, he's just worrying about his health bar right now. Sitting down for Magefoot? Yeah, he's doing okay. He's doing perfectly fine right now. At least for the time being. Normal block, though, so he's going to be a little bit behind. Brett somehow did not last long at all. Or I guess don't have any duration reduction on breath or anything, right? There's no shot, yeah. Just maybe broke to damage. I'm pretty sure breath is one of those abilities that may break on damage. Is that one of the... I know the poly is going to have a damage threshold, but I wonder if breath is also going to get a damage threshold in an 11.1. Leo yoinking Aaron back over to him, trying to see if he can encase him in a block of ice. Aaron doing a pretty decent job of staying away from Leo, but that last tick of Remorseless Winter does end up just encapsulating him completely. Silence with the Karma reversal back to Leo. Leo just going to back up out of there for a second as the Riders are still ripping apart Aaron. And that's still quite a lot of damage they're doing to him, but that damage is being reversed back to Leo very, very, very quickly. Does end up surviving a good portion of the reversal. And he's just trying to see if he can play it steady with Aaron for a second here, as the Monk got himself at least an opportunity to recover, at least for the next 10 seconds. If Leo goes for another stun lock, Aaron will have a trinket. He technically does have a diffuse magic, so that's going to help him against the frost damage from Leo. Pretty sure, right? I guess it all depends on Obliterate. I guess it all depends on the way the Obliterate is coded. Because when Obliterate gets the kill machine proc, it's pure frost damage, but it still is a melee hit. So diffuse magic, I wonder if that does reduce that frost damage, or if it doesn't because it's a melee hit. Because when you have a shaman that goes full ascendance with a ranged wind strike, that's like a storm strike becoming ranged full nature damage, still a melee hit, doesn't get blocked. Big damage on Leo, but big damage on for Aaron. Both are so low. Hold on a second, Leo actually feeling the pressure right now. Feeling the pressure with Leo, that big reversal with the Conduit of Celestials, dude. The Celestials are just channeled right through him. Oh, big leg sweep around the corner. I am surprised he lived it. I honestly thought Leo had it in the bag, but Aaron, he still got surprises, man. Naughty. That is not bad at all, dude. Conduit Celestial doing pretty good, apparently. Fear onto Aaron does end up popping himself a little bit extra health to work with, but Karma, for Rick right now, he just got to live out that Karma a little bit. Got himself the Void Operational, cast himself a port, charged in, Lexip on all the pets, drink it out for Rick. Aaron doesn't have much to really work with here, can diffuse magic, but it's still a lot of physical damage coming through by all these pets and just get slammed down by an Overlord. For Rick, it's still got to go through 2 more. And Krager is going to be his next competitor. Is he going to give him an honor duel here? He's giving him a second. He's giving him kind of a second to catch a breather. It is going to be a freshly pet. Fear up immediately does drop down a banner. Man, this is on that gateway. Man went to another zip code. He went from Borales all the way to the market, man. From the docks to the market in a single trip. Big demolish out for Kragar. Rick does have a wall for this one. Can rip the body out of Kragar. Does end up ripping his soul out of his body, but he's still an amateur of just carnage. A juggernaut of pain. Trinket does end up trying to go for a kick until Rick doesn't quite connect the Zerker Rage, so that Fury was full. Ruination right after charges back and over. Rick needs mobility to get away from Kragar. I don't know what else he could do. He just got to stay away. He doesn't have much health to work with. Holy, are you just gonna die to bleed? First aid, barely. Oh! Looks like Kragar left him grievously bleeding. And the man is just bled out on the floor of the Borealis Market. Aaron picking up 3, by the way. I didn't realize how good that Birch was gonna be. Picking up 3. Well done, well done. Conduit Celestial, absolutely just pumping. Let's get ourselves another one going here, boys, yeah?